A tour of the Red Rattler Art Studio. A few of you have asked for a video about how I've set up my studio. Well, it was only actually one of you, but that's all right. I have a train carriage for a studio. It's a 1915 Red Rattler, and there's a separate video which I'll link to at the end, which shows you how I restored it and turned it into an art studio. But today's video is about how I've set it up to do art. So we're arriving at the Red Rattler studio. Coming into the front door, well, it's a side door really, and here we go, and I'll just give you a quick overview of the whole studio. So this is the plan that I created earlier, and I stuck fairly well to it. On the left is, just going out of shot, is the chill out area. This is the main painting area, and at the front is the layout and visitor area where people come and sometimes paint with me. The main difference is that red circle relates to a much bigger table that I ended up putting in there because I've got one. Alright, let's do a quick walk through before we go through each area in detail. So I'll start at the back. It's the back because it's the back end of the train, and I call this the chill out area and storage really. And we have about, it's actually less than a third, it's probably about a quarter of the train, and then the last two bits are much bigger. Then we walk through the main painting area where I actually paint pictures. And now we move into the visitor area where I have this really huge table I just use for everything really. It's funny how when you have a flat space you fill it up quite quickly. Alright, we'll just do a little pan back and just see the whole studio in one go. Alright, now I'm going to take you through the main painting section in some detail. So we have these, first off, the palette thing that I made that myself. Can you tell? I'm not sure. The thing on the right's better. That's a mobile kitchen bench it's called. There's my palette. I made the palette itself myself as well, and that's a picture that I'm working on right at the moment. So some of the items that we have within the studio are, yes, this mobile kitchen bench. That's the thing you want to look up. It's stainless steel if you want to try and find one. It's on wheels. Everything in the studio that I put onto wheels because it's just so handy to move things around. I have a little bit of storage here in the corner where I keep my paints. The reality is most of my paints aren't in there. That looks a bit sparse. Most of my paints are in fact out near where I'm painting because I just leave them out there, as you can see. It's always a mess. I was going to clean it up, but I decided against it. Alright, this is an area that I use for still lifes, so I set up still lifes there. I like to keep track of the temperature and humidity within the train carriage. I do worry that it gets a bit moist sometimes, so I'm trying to avoid that. A couple of little lights I use to light up my still lifes. Right up the top there somewhere is a fan, which various times takes any fumes out. I try not to have too many fumes within it, but it's nice to be able to suck them out if I do create some. That's a nice little thing I bought separately, a little bit of brass, proper train thing. This is my easel now. This is a little holder I have to put my reference on. My teacher would not be happy. She likes me doing from life. But every now and then, like that's in Morocco, that's hard to set up sometimes. Alright, so as we move now into more detail into the chill out and storage area. So this area's got some cool things in it. It's got I see a big Kef speaker there, if you happen to know about those. As well as the ability to play music. All right, lots of storage, canvases, things I've painted, things I'm going to paint on, boxes to keep stuff in, all of that kind of gear. you tend to need more and more storage, I find. All right, I'm going to now take us through, we've already done the main painting area, so I'll take us right through to the front section. Here we are, passing a mirror, always a handy thing to have, into the layout and visitors area. And as I said, I've got this really massive conference table that was quite hard to get in. Of course, it was in pieces, and it's now attracting all kinds of stuff sitting on it because it's just such a useful spot. I've got some of my plein air stuff, on plein air gear just there. Maybe we'll have a look at that. I made that myself too, can you tell? Not to worry. All right, and we'll just have a little pan back. Oh no, over here we've got the area where, of course, I keep more stuff. I've got a roll of canvas sitting on the top there. You probably can't make that out. And there's a view back down the entire train carriage. I say the entire carriage, there's actually a driver's cabin behind me, but I haven't restored that yet. Just walk through and head on out. So that's my studio. I hope you found it interesting. I really enjoy painting in it. I feel quite happy to have ended up in such a spot. I would not have imagined it. Oh, I've got a little extra light. There you go. The camera immediately adjusted, but let me tell you, the light was a lot better. One last look at my painting. All right. That's the Red Rattler studio. It's up and running. I'm using it. I'm making good use of it. And I've got people that will be coming from time to time. I've already had my grandchildren come and paint in it, which was pretty exciting as well. That's it. If you enjoy my channel, please like and subscribe. There's more stuff coming. Normally I do reviews, my own personal reviews of great works of art, but every now and then I like to give you an insight into what I'm doing. So thanks very much, and see you next time.